I don't know if you caught this morning. MSNBC played the hearing, this appeals court hearing live, I listened to it this morning, and this was pretty grim stuff. I mean, you had this lawyer for Donald Trump. His name is Sauer, John Sauer, S-A-U-E-R. I wonder if he's any relationship to Charles, who used to come on this program all the time. It's been a while since we've had Charles on. He's also a conservative. But anyhow, John Sauer was asked by one of the judges, and I quote, "Could a president who ordered SEAL Team 6 to assassinate a political rival and is not impeached, would he be subject to criminal prosecution?" And Sauer said, if he were impeached and convicted first, there is a political process that would have to occur. In other words, you can only prosecute a former president for committing a crime while in office if he's been impeached. Now, the theory here is that there is a certain level of immunity, and this derives in part from the speech and debate clause, although that specifically is about the House of Representatives and the Senate. But the theory here is that there's a certain amount of immunity associated with being an elected official. And, arguably this kind of drains away from or comes as part of the whole sovereign immunity thing as well. But this theory, but the argument that's being made here by the Trump people is that what Donald Trump was doing in trying to overturn the election was A, part of his official duties as president, and B, because it was part of his official duties as president, to see that the Constitution is fulfilled and the Constitution provides for elections, so he has to make sure the elections are correctly done. This is their argument. That therefore he can't be prosecuted unless first, and this takes us back to Article 2, unless the speech and debate clause is in Article 1, unless the House and the Senate have both convicted him of impeachment, unless he's been, impeached and removed from office. Well, he hasn't been impeached. And so basically what Trump is saying, or what John Sauer, his lawyer, is saying here, and I think it got particularly weird with the SEAL Team 6 question, is that Donald Trump could do anything he damn well pleased while he was in the White House, arguably including, shooting somebody on 6th Avenue or 5th Avenue, and it wouldn't matter. There's, no way you can go after him. Now, the three judges on this panel, two of them were appointed by Democrats. One was appointed by George Herbert Walker Bush, I believe. Been on the bench for a while. My recollection is that was Judge Henderson. They were rather skeptical about this claim. I mean, I just put it right out there. They were in fact quite skeptical about this claim. And I think, reasonably so, to say that, the president can commit crimes and just say, well, that was my job, that was part of my job, and you can't prosecute me because the Congress didn't hold me to account. The argument that Sauer is making and that Trump is making is that the only provision for holding a president to account in the Constitution is not, the criminal code, it is impeachment. And I don't see this working for him. The way it will work for him is, this is going to take some time. There's a 3-judge panel. Let's say they rule against Trump. Then he appeals to the en banc, to the entire, all, 9 judges, I think, on the D.C. circuit. And then after that, if he loses there, he appeals to the Supreme Court.